My father used to say there's two ways, two things you can do every morning. You can wake up and you can tell yourself, this is going to be a great day. Or you can wake up and you can say to yourself, today's going to be a crappy day. And guess what?
You're right.
Either way, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You're right.
My daughter graduated high school yesterday.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm not going to.
Yes.
I was going to say.
And here's the thing with the whole virus that shall not be named. Of course, there's all new stuff. So we got a 3-page thing on how we're supposed to act, and we went to the venue, and only one person was there at a time, and only the people who were sheltering in place were allowed to be in the audience. So there's 4 of us.
Wow. And
then Sophie went across the stage. And they said, okay, and they announced her name, and we were supposed to clap. And so I cheered like a lunatic, very loudly. And then after that, everybody leaves and goes out. And they said, under no circumstance are you supposed to hang around and hug people and take pictures.
Oh, my goodness.
You can't do that because, 6 feet apart or whatever. And so everybody's supposed to get in their cars and leave. Well,
you stayed.
Nobody did that. Everybody was hugging, taking pictures, doing the whole shebang.
Everybody.
You know why?
Why?
Because they said enough of this garbage, and they're done with it.
That's right.
And that's the same thing. You want to know what's going on in every generation, every market has a blip, has something going on in it.
Yeah.
And eventually, the winners get to the point where they say, you know what?
Enough of this garbage.
I'm not going to participate in this.
I like garbage. I like how you say garbage.
I'm not going to participate in this garbage.
In this garbage.
Yeah, it was Henry Ford who said it.
He said...
They asked him...
Did he say garbage like that?
He said garbage. No, Henry, they asked him, because there was a coming recession and all that.
Okay.
And they said, how do you plan to deal with the coming recession that's going on here? And Henry Ford, in his unique wisdom, by the way, never went to college.
Yeah.
I choose not to participate.
Nice.
In that down market.
There we go.
That's a segue, young man.
I like it.
Okay.
Segue. Yeah. So let's segue into our topic today. I think that was a good idea. Yeah. Thank you for that. Thanks for passing the baton.
I'm here for you.
Yeah, you're helping me. Yeah. Okay. So how to sell when the market is down. What a great topic.
You see that?
And so timely.
Yeah.
I mean, because I think the market is a little down right now.
Maybe.
Because of the virus whose name we will never speak.
Actually, it's not. It's because of the reaction of our government to the virus that shall not be named.
Oh, now we've got a whole political thing going on.
No, but it's a fact.
Oh.
The different local and federal governments shut down business.
Yes.
So it's kind of a fake... It's a manufactured
Now we're going to get
recession.
in trouble because you just said fake.
It's a manufactured recession. That's just a fact.
Okay.
And I'm not making any comments on it.
All right. Well,
I know how
you just got to be very careful.
I know how important
the comments are piling up.
Yes.
Everybody below us are now. They're all of them are giving us the virtual finger right now.
But the end result is true.
Yes. Okay.
Market there's no cars out there. Market is down.
Okay, the end result is true. Yeah. I'll take that.
Okay.
But I think we need to stay away from the other one.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's just my opinion.
That's what chickens do.
Is it chicken?
If you want to be a chicken, go right ahead. I got 2 words for you.
Yeah.
Buck.
All right.
I might add a buck in there, but it's pretty just buck.
Oh my gosh. Somebody just pulled their earphone out. They were like, what are these guys doing to me?
So how do you sell in a down market?
All right. So, well, I'll tell you what.
Tell me what you think are the 2 best ways to sell in the down.
You got to have the guts to do it.
You got to have the guts.
You got to have the guts to do it. And yet,
but I mean, what guts for what? I mean, it's...
there's a lot...
Offending people?
So here's the thing. That's exactly right. Hey, I'm going to say it out loud. The Deej, Dan Jourdan, the Sales Energizer, he puts up a post, a few weeks ago. And it says something like, and I read it, and it said something like, hey, I know this whole thing's going on. Your business is in the tank, this and that. Well, there's light at the end of the tunnel. And, the typical Dan Jourdan, the glass is half full, even if there's just a little bit in the bottom, right? Yeah. I mean, the glass is always half full. And so you're given some tips on how to get through this, not only emotionally, but also some good business advice, on how to do it. And everybody, I saw the comments started. I thought the whole world was on fire. I thought the internet was on fire. Like the internet almost shut down.
Well, I took that picture with me holding two balls of coronavirus.
Yeah, right. And so then the internet almost shut down because they're like, "Are you blind? Do you not know what's going on out there? Do you not see what's happening? Do you not, are you not compassionate? Are you not being, isn't there an ounce of humility in your whole body, Dan Jourdan? And all of these things. I'm reading through this and I'm thinking, wow, my father used to say there's two ways, two things you can do every morning. You can wake up and you can tell yourself, this is going to be a great day. Or you can wake up and you can say to yourself, today's going to be a crappy day. And guess what?
You're right.
Either way, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You're right. And so you've just pre-planned and pre-programmed yourself to either have a great day or to have a crappy one. And so, you know what? Like Ford, I just choose not to participate. I choose to look past, look through, hit the challenge head on and say, yeah, we've had better days. I get that. I get it. But today I'm going to try and make today great. I'm going to try and do what I need to do to grow the business. I'm going to try to do what I need to do to help our clients. I'm going to try to do what I need to do to be successful and to help our clients be successful. And you know what? Please don't beseech me for that. Please don't. Because you know what? It's my choice. It truly is my choice to want to help not only my company, but also those that we serve. And so, when I look at the topic today, how to sell in a down market, part of it's just attitude, baby.
Yeah.
That's really it. Now, you want to have a bad attitude? You want to cry yourself to sleep? You want to cry the blues every day? If that's where you live, that's where you feel comfortable, God bless you. That's your choice. It's just not mine.
It's just the craziest thing because, nobody likes grumpy people. It's not like you're going to out-grump somebody and, out-complain. Even grumpy people don't like grumpy people.
That's right.
Someone who's really like a curmudgeon is like, listen, I might be bad, but I hate that guy. Look at that guy's even worse. No one likes grumpy people.
Right.
And yet people wake up and they complain about the economy like they're getting paid for it.
Yeah.
Who cares? What are you doing here?
Right.
So you're absolutely right. So the first thing is attitude. You have the attitude that you don't care what other people say, or the attitude that you're put on this earth to help somebody, and no matter what the circumstance, you're going to do it.
That's right. And I think
or you're going to risk it.
Risk it.
See, every person.
That's the grit.
Everybody has a different tolerance for risk.
That's right.
And it just seems that those who, if you're the type of person that has a higher tolerance, you need to be a higher tolerance to go out there and be rejected by a potential prospect or a customer or what have you, or to offend them. Also have a high tolerance to know that other people are going to beat you up for it.
Mm-hmm.
Those who won't fight evil will fight those who do fight evil.
Right.
I'm not saying that this is evil, but that was just such a good phrase. I had to throw it out there. That was good stuff.
I don't know. Now I feel like going in the whole superhero realm now.
That's funny because I was thinking about this morning. I asked, I'm going to put you on the spot. Is that okay?
Oh, this should be good.
Yeah. if you had to, and poor Ingrisimo over there is thinking that I'm going to go off topic, but slightly, but I'm not going to do it that much. If you had to be described by one word, but you get to pick the word. So you get to pick the word that you want other people to describe you. I'm not saying they're doing it now.
That's fine.
But if you want the word that you would like to be described as, just one word, what is it?
What would it be?
And those of you listening, you might want to think about this too. This is a good exercise.
Now, so let me just make sure I understand. Is it the way that I would want them to describe me, or is it a way that I would describe myself?
Well, I guess that should be the same. Don't you want how you would describe yourself, and for it to be so evident that other people would describe you that way too?
I'm struggling with it for
Yeah,
real.
it's
Like
tough.
it's a real struggle because
Right.
here is the way that I would describe myself, but I don't necessarily want other people to see that every day. And so I'm going to explain it. Okay? If you don't mind me doing that. I would describe myself as relentless. All right? But I don't necessarily want other people to see me and view me as relentless.
Okay, then what would you want them to see you and view you as?
I would leverage more towards understanding.
Okay, so I'm going to say I know Cruz, he's understanding. Me, courageous. Now, I'm not saying that I'm under no illusion that people think that of me. I got it.
Got it.
But that's how I want to be described as courageous. And so, prospecting in a down market, for me, I consider it if I were to wimp out and not be, normal aggressiveness, trying to help people, whatever it is, because of some exterior market issue, it would be an affront to how I want to be viewed.
Yes.
And so I can't let that happen. Now, if it's, I asked my wife what is, she would say kindness or something like that.
Sure.
And so the way people view themselves or want to be viewed will affect how their sales process works.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. I've never really thought of it.
Like relentless. If you want to think of yourself as relentless, hell, nothing's going to stop you.
That's true. And that's the way I think of myself.
So Zig Ziglar used to say, especially in this market where there's so much competition, there's so much commonality between all different products, and there's so many new innovations all day making things better or worse or all this stuff, and so many changes, it's easy to get anything. And so in this marketplace, the most important part of the sale is the salesperson.
Yeah.
And so when you talk about how to sell in a down market being attitude, that's basically the salesperson.
Yeah.
How do you sell in a down market? The same way you sell in any market, you as a salesperson become better every day.
Yes.
And I'm not just talking about better in skills, a better person. How do you be a better salesperson? First, be a better person.
I love it. And here's the other piece of that that I think gets overlooked, but by even the most seasoned salespeople, is what are we really trying to do when we sell in a down market or we sell in any market? It's like we're looking for those breadcrumbs. I mean, it really is Hansel and Gretel. We are looking for just little breadcrumbs throughout this engagement that you're having with your prospect to make sure that you're building a connection with them. And because you said it earlier, I think, Dan, people buy from those that they like, those that they believe, they trust, and that are more like them. I mean, those are the reasons why people buy, and we've heard that a lot. But then we never really talk about, well, how do you make that happen? Like, I love all of these like sales quotes, and sales analogies and all these things because, there's a million of them out there and they're all good lessons. But then there's no like small print underneath that says, okay, well, how do I do that? Like how do I do it? And so I really believe, though, that when you're trying to make these connections with your prospect and you're trying to connect at a level that gives you a better pathway to turning your prospect into a client, I mean, you better be making these connections all along the way. And if you're on the phone and you're not face to face, then your active listening becomes even that much more important. You have to be able to feather out those small breadcrumbs and make sure that you understand, what type of individual am I dealing with? You know, what interests do they have? You know, what do they do for a living? Maybe that gives you an indicator on the type of person that you're talking with or engaging with.
You're right. And in a down market, you already have something in common with them.
Right.
Everybody's suffering from the down market.
Right.
If you're in financial planning right now, everybody's down.
Right.
You got something to talk about.
But you know, just being relentless or being courageous or whatever, you know, however you want to put that, that doesn't mean that we're still not being compassionate. Okay? You still have to show, and tonality is really important right now when you're engaging with somebody. Understanding what their pain is, you know, and making that connection with them. I mean,
and it's deeper than the initial, you know, the initial thing you might go into. You know,
right.
How is that economy affecting your business? How's that affecting a business affecting your life? How's that your life affecting your marriage? How's your marriage affecting your children? So it keeps on digging deeper and deeper.
That's right. And so we still have to be understanding. We still have to be compassionate. We still have to do those things. Just because you're courageous, you know, I know why you put that post up on LinkedIn. I know why, you know, you were compelled to do it. I get that because I know you, right? But at the end of the day, you know, you're getting all these bullets, you know, and it's just like, man, you know, what we're trying to do, and what we do at Sales Arbiter is, what do? We try and help companies grow in ways that they never thought they could, or that they couldn't figure out how to get to that next level.
Yeah, and it's all through sales. It's all through you know, more revenue and more sales fixes a lot of problems. You know, and the fact is, you're not selling the whole economy.
That's right.
You know, you're selling one little thing. Most companies can, in different, you know, maybe not in manufacturing, or maybe not in selling a small item, but most companies have 25 or 26 real clients.
Yeah.
25 or 26, maybe 30 clients. You know, you're
right.
a consultant, you got 30 clients, you're dying from too much business.
Right.
You know, see, 30 clients. So we're not trying to sell the whole market.
That's right.
So if you can bring people that, you know, make more revenue with those things, I mean, everything gets better. And what we do at Sales Arbiter, more than just grow your business, we build self-functioning, highly profitable sales teams.
That's it.
That act without you having to be around them while you're doing something else. Mm-hmm. And it increases the value of your business because of that.
Whatever that something
keeps on churning.
That's right.
You need a business that keeps on churning out new customers.
That's right. Whatever that something else is, you know, some of the business owners, the founders, you know, they just want to have more. They want to get more of their life back. I mean, you know, their work-life balance has been so out of whack to get this business to where it is today that they want to enjoy some of the fruits of their labor. Great.
Yeah, see, and it changes too, because at the beginning,
right?
You know, when you're young and you're going out, people used to tell me you need more work-life balance. And I was like, you don't need more work-life balance. You know what you need? More money. You know, that'll make it a lot easier. You need more money.
It makes things a lot easier.
But, you know, a lot of people we work with, they already got the money.
Yeah.
You know, they got all that stuff.
Yeah.
But they're still in those habits that they're caught. Now it's more protection. I don't want to lose that big account. I don't want to lose that guy. I don't want to. If I lose that, I don't want to start all over again. I want to feel like an idiot if I do all that stuff. And so they have a different. And so that's when work-life balance is more, you know, more relevant.
Yeah.
So everybody's different at a different time in their life, whether or not that's a good economy or a bad economy. So basically what you're saying is do the same stuff you should always do.
Yeah.
But do it more.
Do it more.
Engage more with your customers.
If you think that, if you thought before this whole, you know, virus that will never be named, you know, this whole
I can
challenge,
name it something, but nobody's going to like the name that I give it because it was.
Don't do it.
All right.
All right. So if you if you think that it has had an impact on your business, I agree 100%. It has. It has impacted everyone
and your life. You might have had personal things.
And it's gonna change the way that we live our lives. All right. It just is. I mean, now, to some respect, it is. Okay. But here's the thing. if you thought before all this happened, your business was growing, things were going in the right direction, everything looked good, and you were having to, I'm making it up, you were having to make 50 calls to get 2 prospects, okay? Like cold calling, prospecting, you were having to make 35 calls to get 2 qualified prospects that you could close. Now, it's twice as much. I mean, just suck it up. I mean, now it's 100 calls. Now it's 70.
Yeah, and by the way, you can do it.
You can do it.
You can do it. When I was a stockbroker a billion years ago, and I was the only non-college graduate stockbroker that worked for Smith Barney, like in the country.
Wow.
Yeah. No, it was crazy. And I was a terrible broker. I mean, I can make you a little money.
Right.
If you started with a lot, I can make a little. Oh, terrible stockbroker. But I opened up more accounts than anybody else.
Right.
Not knowing anything. You know how? 300 dials a day.
300
dials a day. 5 hours, 60 dials an hour. 300 dials a day. Every day.
Unbelievable.
And I never became a good broker, but I became good at opening accounts. And so I'd have to partner up with somebody, whatever it is. But the point I'm saying is you can do it.
You can.
And especially now with these dialers that they have, oh my gosh, it's pathetic. It's you can do it, but I'm not even telling you to just do that. What you need to do in the down market, call all your clients and your previous clients and your previous leads and have real conversations with them to find out what's going on. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? How is this whole crazy stuff, economy stuff, affecting you?
That's right.
Personally. Gosh, if you throw that personally word in there, forget about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're all over it.
It's good.
It's like your little secret letter thing that I don't want to give away. Because I think
we can't give away for that for free.
But there's, sometimes you're in a conversation, a sales buying cycle with somebody, and they disappear on you.
Yep.
It's called ghosting. Have you ever heard of this?
No, I have not.
Yeah.
And so I call it witness protection program.
Oh, is that what you?
Yeah. Where the prospect goes into the witness protection program.
I mean, it's like, they're so visible on social media. They're all over the place. But not for this one thing, completely, radio silence.
Right.
And so you have a great method. I have one. I called it the stalled account letter that I put out.
Okay.
Which I'm about an 80% response rate.
Right.
But it's one of those things. If I don't hear from you by Friday, I'll assume.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
And but you have those 2 special words that you put in there. I'm not going to give them away. I did that to somebody once. Gave away their secret sauce. But really, they're just words in the English language.
I mean, they are. But
like
if you put it, but you got to put them together the right way.
Okay. But you got like 100% response rate.
I know.
on
It's
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's
a good
one to do.
All right.
And by the way, even in a down market, when you know somebody needs your services, but they avoid you like that, do you still use that type of kind of rough, aggressive tactics to get them to reply then?
No. I don't use any really rough, aggressive tactics. I try to get people to reply because there's a difference between cutting someone's limb off and then just giving them a little poke, like a little scratch.
You're okay with a little scratch?
Yeah, I am. I want them to feel it. I want it, whether it's in a correspondence, if they're not being responsive. I want them to, just a little poke, a little scratch. Hey, yeah. And I could give the words right now, but I feel compelled to do it. Okay. But let's see. I'll tell you what.
What?
If people respond to this podcast in some way and they want to know that part of the secret sauce, I would be happy to talk to them about it. Okay. So I'm going to put that in there. But I think that it's important because here's the thought process. We never want to kowtow to our prospect. We never want to feel. No one wants to feel this way, but we don't want to be panting like a dog. What's next? What can we do for you next, Mr. and Mrs. Prospect? Right? We want to make sure that we're equal. We're professionals. They're professionals. We're professionals at our craft. We're trying to see if there's a compelling reason for us to do business with one another. You're the prospect. We're keeping that very even. We're no one's whipping boy, right? Or whipping girl. We're just not. So, we want to keep it professional. We want to keep it at that level. And so you always want to think, you have just as much right to tell a prospect, we're just not a good fit. We're just not, our organization isn't a good fit for you right now, or your organization isn't a good fit for us. We should be going into every sales event, thinking that way. And so I think that's really important, to try to make sure that we are keeping that equality in the event, and that we're just not there to serve, okay, now go get me my slippers. Now go get me, go get me the paper. Now I've saw on YouTube, go open the door and get me a beer out of the refrigerator. That's not who we are. What we are, we're trying to see if there's a problem for us to solve. And if there is, let's explore that together. Mm-hmm. I despise the word vendor, because I don't want to be a vendor to anyone. I want to be their partner. Right? So that's
what if they don't want a partner? You know what they want? I want a vendor.
Yeah, good. Then you can find someone that will serve you that way. You can find someone that will just give you the product and the service that you want, will develop it in some sort of and will incubate that on their own and just give it to you.
I'm thinking like a staffing company.
Yeah.
I just want a good employee.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I don't want your partnership.
Okay.
I just want a good employee.
Well, it's only going to work best if we do work with one another to explore, what do you want what's the role for that employee? How much are we going to compensate them? What are their key responsibilities going to be? All of these things that we have to do, and guess what? Whether you want it or not, the best way that it's going to work is, because if I was just a vendor, I'd throw up your job description. I'd throw up your comp plan. I'd give you very little input, and we'd probably find somebody that may or may not work, but I don't care. I'm getting paid for it, and I'm on to the next one. It's a Cutco knife, baby. I'm going to your door, knocking on your door. You need the knives? Great. Here you go. Pay me for them. If not, see you later. You never see that guy again.
And that's not you.
That's not us.
That's not you, and that's not me. That's Sales Arbiter. Well, and you'll do that in an up market or a down market or any market.
Any market.
So you're going to stay the same.
That's right.
And you think that's the way you stay the same on an equal playing level to them, no matter what the market is.
That's right.
Because you're dealing people to people. I think that's good. I'd like to end it this way.
But do more. But do, like you said, but do more.
And have the right attitude. I heard something a long time ago that I actually have it written on my wall, and I put it on my mirror when I'm getting, just that way I could see it. I'm forced to look at the mirror, because I like looking at myself anyway. So I'm doing that.
That doesn't surprise me.
I'll do that. I'll smile in the mirror first thing in the morning. I'll look at the mirror, smile. You can't be in a bad mood when you're smiling.
No, it's impossible.
Anyway, I wrote down, it says, act like the person you would like to become. And very soon you'll see that person in the mirror.
That's great.
That was from my dad.
That's great.
Known as Papa. I can't think of a better way to end it than that.
I think it's great.
You're the best. I really appreciate doing this stuff. This is
I love
awesome.
it. It's awesome.
Do it again. Go
All
get
right.
it.